your video orientation to LJS 459 from the Schoenberg collection in the Slack Center for Special Collections, Rare Books and Manuscripts in the University of Pennsylvania Libraries. LJS 459 was probably written in Mosul, Iraq, between 1193 and 1211 in the Western calendar. It opens with this very nice illuminated page. And you can see here and elsewhere that there has been some sort of reconstructive work done around. So this paper on the outside is not original. It's been sort of pasted in. And then we turn the page, and we have this also lovely blue opening. So what is this? It's an early copy of the long form of a treatise that was quite popular both in the West and in the Middle East throughout the Middle Ages. I don't know exactly how many copies survive, but there were a lot of them. It's usually referred to as Secretum Secretorum. So that is a name that you might hear a lot. Obviously, that's Latin. That's not what they call it here. It is presented as a letter from Aristotle to Alexander the Great, including such topics as statecraft, astronomy, astrology, magic, and medicine. Unfortunately, the ending of this manuscript is missing, so it is incomplete. So it is not, in fact, a letter from Aristotle to Alexander the Great. It's sort of, this is something that happened, I think, pretty frequently through the Middle Ages. It's almost the opposite of plagiarism or something related to plagiarism. That is, the idea was my writing will get more attention if people think it's by someone famous. It would be like if I wrote a short story and published it saying that Stephen King wrote it when he did not. So it's sort of like that. So it's not actually by Aristotle, but you know, there we go. Somebody put it out there claiming that it was. So that's a bit interesting. There are a lot of marginal notes here. It's pretty nice. It is written on paper, which is typical for manuscripts from the Middle East, even quite early ones. The binding is later. The binding is a 15th century Morocco binding with blind stamping there on the front, and it has it's pretty typical flap there. If you'd like to find out more about LJS 459, you can visit Franklin, where there is a complete description and a link to a digitized copy. This is your video orientation to LJS 459.